Hello, my name is Rachel and I like having brightly colored hair. And it's been about 2 months since the last time I did a full bleach and recolor of my hair. So I thought it's time to do it again and I would bring you along with me again. Now in between the full bleaches and colorings, I do like touches up where I will add fresh color over top the color I already have. But of course, as my roots grow out, that doesn't get covered up because they need to be bleached for the color to stick. But I still haven't made it to a Sally's, but I did find some new products on Amazon, and I'm a little nervous because the bleach is a bleach I haven't used before. I actually messed up. First I got this bleach, which is apparently only for off-scalp applications, and Amazon doesn't allow returns on the bleach, so I'm stuck with this big tub of off-scalp application bleach. I'll have to find a friend to pass that along to. But I did go back and buy some bleach that works for on-scalp application because that's really all I do. I bleach the roots each time and then add fresh color, but I don't bleach the whole head because when I first started coloring my hair all the time, I would bleach the whole head every time and then I almost fried all my hair off. So that's a good lesson. So now I'm just going to bleach my roots, and it's a two-step process. First I bleach the roots, and then I will give it about 24 hours to rest, and then I will put on the color. And I actually did get a new color, which I'm excited about. I do like this brand. I've tried this brand before, but this is a plum, and I'm unsure how that's going to come out on my hair, but I love adding new colors to my hair, and this will probably be what I use on my roots. And then I still have, of course, if I can find it, somewhere over here, I still have some Arctic Fox purple, which I'll do again on the ends, and I'll probably also keep, I think I have enough blue left to keep the blue on the underneath. So, but the actual coloring part won't be until tomorrow. So today we're just going to do the bleaching. And this does have slightly different mixing instructions than the other bleach that I use. The other bleach is like a 1-1 mix, where this one, its instructions are 1 packet, which is 1 ounce, mixed with 1.5 ounces to 2.5 ounces of, I use 20 volume developer, but you can use, of course, 30 or 40 volume developer. But I'm not going to be using the whole pack. Since I only bleach my roots, it doesn't take a whole pack. So let me just open this up. So I'm going to start with this much. I can make more if this isn't enough, but I'm going to start with that much of the powder. And then I have my 20 volume developer. And I don't really measure. I just sort of mix them until I get a consistency that I like. And I know that works with my other brand that I normally use. You can go check out my other video to see what that brand was, because I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Hopefully it'll work with this brand. Completely forgot to put on my gloves. Yeah. As you can see, I always reuse my gloves. You can get quite a few uses out of a pair of gloves. No point in changing them every time. So here is the consistency that I'm going for. Hopefully I got this right. Wish me luck. Oh, and what I do is I always start at my normal part, and then I go this direction where there's more hair, and then I'll go back and do the shorter part. But I just start right there at the part and just start covering the roots.
Said you would always love me.
Okay, so now that I've gotten all this side done, I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. Okay, so if you watch my last video, you know I don't do like the back of my head. And normally I would actually get all that shaved off, that back underneath part. But as you know, hair salons haven't been open, and I think they have just started reopening here in Virginia. But I wanted to give it a few weeks, let things settle down. I'm sure everyone's rushing to get their hair cut, and I don't like crowds. It'll probably still be another month or so before I go and get the hair cut. But I'm still not going to do the back. One part lack of skill, one part laziness. But this dye actually said on it to leave on 40 to 50 minutes, which I think is really long because I normally leave my other brand on only for like 20 minutes. So I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on this, monitor the progress. So, like I said, this is a new bleach to me, and I don't want to fry my hair too badly. And you can see I used less than half the packet, and I still have a whole bunch left, so I really didn't need I really don't need that much when I'm just doing my roots. Oh, I forgot my disclaimer. I am not a professional. Do not take advice from me. Come along on my journey, but realize that I've have for the most part found what works for my hair, because I've been doing my own hair for years, and through experimentation and destroying my hair a few times, I have kind of figured out what does work for my hair, although I am really nervous today because, like I said, these are new products that I haven't tried before, so I don't know how they're going to be. But wish me luck. We'll see how this goes, and I will be back tomorrow. If all goes well, we'll be adding color. So I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Hello. So I am back, and here is the results of my bleaching. Now, I did wind up actually leaving it on for 40 minutes because it just seemed to be processing slower than that other bleach that I normally use. And it didn't, I don't feel like it did as good of a job. I feel like it might still be a little bit more, you know, like yellowy golden than normal there at the roots. But hopefully it did a good enough job that once I add the color will stick to it and we'll get good color. Because that of course is the whole point, because the color doesn't stick to my natural color at all. So the colors I've decided to go with, that plum that I showed you earlier, I am going to do that up at the roots. I have this Color Charm paints in teal to redo this blue that I put underneath. And then I'm actually going to use this hot pink on the ends over top the purple that's already there to try and get just a brighter pinker purple rather than putting on the dark purple, because I feel like a brighter pinker purple might work better with this plum color. But I don't know yet, because I don't know what this plum is going to look like. I've never used it before. So it'll be an experiment, but if I don't like it, of course, I can always just go over it later with the darker purple. And because it's always easier to go darker, just can't go lighter. So let me get my gloves on and we can get started. So I'm starting with a whole bunch of that plum color. And just going to do the same thing like I did with the bleach, where I start at my part, do this side first and this side, and all this will just go in at the roots. So I'm actually going to stop there, and I'm going to start the blue on the roots at this point. There's no problem if you mix the blue with some of the old purple that was in there. It just gives you either a more purpley blue or a more bluish purple. I do like to keep my colors kind of in that same sort of family so that they do mix well. Okay, and then something else I do is I clean off my brush and my hands on the back of my head where all that natural hair is, because the color's not going to stick to there, so it doesn't matter. I have no idea how this plum's going to actually turn out. It looks fairly pinkish just from what we've got going on right now. And I totally forgot to stop so I could put in blue. So we're gonna stop here, and I guess the blue is just gonna be a little further down on this side. And this stuff does dye the scalp, but that's fine. It's not like I'm going anywhere, and it'll wash out after a couple of days. Just trying to use up the last of the plum that I have in here, and then I'll move on to the ends. So my next part is I'm going to put the pink in the ends. That's this one here. Try to I've totally messed up the blue on this side. It's going to be more purple than anything, but that's okay. This is always sort of a a crapshoot for me. I never know how it's going to come out in the end. Okay, that's all the color on, and I've made a bit of a mess of myself this time around. I don't know if I mentioned, the reason why I really like this brand, what is that? Iroiro? I have no idea how you pronounce that, but the reason I like this brand and also the Arctic Fox, which I didn't use any of this time, but I often do, is because they're conditioning. So your hair actually comes out nicer after you've used them. I don't think this Color Charms one is conditioning. It shouldn't be too damaging because it's just a deposit color, but I don't think it's as conditioning as these other brands. And I have made a huge mess, but I can't show you because I can't touch my phone because I am covered in dye. But that's this step. I'm going to go clean everything up, and I will see you in another maybe 12 to 24 hours after I've washed this all out and dried it all, and we'll see how it turned out. Wish me luck. Talk to y'all soon. So my hair has been washed and I've dried it, and I think it came out pretty good. It's maybe a little pale up here at the crown, but other than that, the roots where it's that new plum color, I feel like it's very similar to the color I was achieving when I was putting the red over my purple roots that I had previously when I was doing my in-between bleaching and dye touch-ups. Where the pink and the plum meet, I feel like I don't know if it's coming off on camera very well, but I'm feeling that is very pink. And then where it was mixed with all the purple, I do have a nice pink purple color going on there. I hope this is showing up on camera. It's hard to tell with the light right in my eyes. But no, the one place I did fail is the blue. I do have a little bit right here, but I completely pretty much erased it from here. Where there was blue is now just a really blue purple. So I did mess up on the blue, but I think overall it still looks fine. I guess let's check the back. Let's smooth that out a little. So I won't know what that looks like until I check it in editing, but hopefully that came out okay. I really can't wait to get this stuff shaved off. If I had clippers, I could maybe get my roommate to do it, but I don't have clippers, so that's not going to work. But yeah, I think I'm happy with it. And of course, you know, there will be touch-ups where I might shift colors again. And we'll just have to see what happens next. But thank you so much for joining me on my, once again, hair dye journey. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, you can give me a thumbs down, but please give me some constructive criticism in the comments below so that I can improve. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just having a wonderful day and just staying as happy, healthy, and safe as you possibly can in this incredibly crazy world we are living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.